Hello. This is just an overview of all the shells that I picked up at our Augustine trip in August, St. Augustine trip. I always collect sand from each place. So our condo was actually at Crescent Beach, so that's sand from there. We went to Volano Beach, which is just one of the beaches there. And then the other main one we went to was the St. Johns County Ocean Pier. And then they also, at the line, they had like a lot of little shells, so I got that too. We've been to St. Augustine before, and we pretty much only got shark's teeth and no shells. Well, this time was the opposite. The couple days that we were there, I found absolutely no shark's teeth except one the very first day, and it was not little. So this is the shark's tooth that I found the first day, and I wish I had it on tape, me finding it, because I couldn't believe it. I've never. This is the biggest one I found. All my other shark's teeth are way small, so this one was super excited about it. It's actually not with the rest of my shells. It stays in my one of my china cabinets because I'm very proud of that shark's tooth. So the shells this time, like I said, I wasn't really expecting a lot of shells on this trip, so I was actually pleasantly surprised. So every night I always clean the shells and then I sort them. So these are just the general ones. So obviously, like these are the most common shells. A lot of I think these are what, oyster shells, a lot of oyster shells. Just a lot of what I consider like just generic regular shells. So these are just all the ones I kept. I don't know why, but I like these oyster shells. So I always pick up ones I think are neat. Okay. And then some scallops. It has some barnacles on it. So then I separate them by what they are. So these, I don't know if these are snells or what we call the shark's eyes, but these ones are perfect. So these are the best ones I've ever found. So that was exciting. All right. So in this container, I think these are the razor clams. I love picking these up, and there was a lot. And so I always take small containers with me to try to separate it. So if there are breakable shells, I will separate them so they try to make it home safely, because obviously these razor clams are very breakable. But those are all in that couple days. Then this is just odds and ends. I picked up any small pieces of wood. I just think that the dry wood, driftwood, whatever you want to call it, I always think they're neat. So any small pieces I keep. So that's all the wood in there. And then this is just, it's either, I don't know. If it's like a neat looking, I'll keep it. So I think it's almost like I'm assuming it's just a black rock, but it's in my keeps. The rest of these feel like wood. And then the rest of that wood. This is another rock, maybe like charcoal or something. All right. Then, I got a lot of, we also pick up glass. I know a lot of people like it's sea glass. Well, it's not, to me, it's not sea glass until it's, frosted or whatever from being in the sand. So most of this is just pretty much new glass, but we still just pick it up, and if I get a lot of it, I give it to Jenny and she'll tumble it. So I only got a couple pieces that look like they've been in the ocean for a while that are tumbled. So there's a couple tumbled pieces. Let's see what that blue one is. The blue one looks a little tumbled. The rest of these, maybe that one is a little, just regular glass. I always pick it up. My husband's like, why don't I throw it away? I'm like, well, obviously the tumbled ones we keep, but the ones that aren't tumbled enough, I'll give to my sister and she'll tumble them some more. So, and actually this is probably the most glass I've got at the actual ocean beach. When we go to like the rivers near us, I'm in Missouri, we get a lot of glass, what I call river glass. When you do like a canoe trip, you're not supposed to have glass on the river, but people still do, and they'll fall out of the canoes and stuff. All right, this one is just what I like, smalls that I thought were neat. So we have the barnacles, which I like those. Oh, I want to say is this like an angel ear or something? I'm not really for sure. I'm not the best on the names. A couple little spirals. This one's got a lot of mud on it that's permanent. It's not coming off there. More spirals. Another one of those. Let's see what else is in there. Just a couple little small shells. So I'll always separate those out. So I'm actually going to put these in with this. Alright, and then last is my olives. Lots of olives in Florida. I always get olives in Florida. So this is probably the biggest olive I've ever got. And let me tell you, you've never seen a more excited girl when there was no live creature in it. So obviously any shell that has a live creature we don't keep, goes back in the ocean. But this had nothing in it. And look at that. That's the size of my hand, or the size of my palm. Yeah, that's definitely my biggest olive. And then the rest is just the normal size. You know, you got your little olives, medium-sized olives. So this, and then some dark ones. So the rest of this is just all olives. That's a really pretty one. It looks like it's perfect shape. So, I mean, I'm not really for sure what determines the color of the olives, but I definitely think, like, I've been there that they're all dark like this, and then I've been there when they're all light like this. So I'm not really for sure why sometimes they're dark and sometimes they're light. I don't know if it's the beach you're at, whether you're on the ocean side or Gulf side. I'm not really for sure. I'm sure someone knows. It's just not me. So yeah, definitely lots of olives. So overall, like I said, that's another really good one. Overall, I wasn't really expecting a lot of shells on this trip. I was hoping for shark's teeth, but I got no shark's teeth besides my baby. But I did get a lot of shells, so these are all from the August trip at St. Augustine. And that's my puppy, Charlie, who did not go with us, who had to stay at home with Grandma. I don't know. I don't think she would like the beach. All right. Thank you for watching.